Okay. Good morning. It's almost 10 o'clock in the morning, and I feel like doing something. I feel like cleaning up a bunch of older paintings. So I picked one out, and I'll show you the one I'm going to do. Let me switch to this camera. Wait, that camera there. All right. Cookie bones. Oh, I forgot the name of this one. I started this one last year. I can't remember when. I'm gonna say maybe the springtime of 2017. I was just like doing these white trees, and anyhow, this one I just made up as I went. I think what I did is I made a bunch of squiggly lines, and then I just said, okay, that's going to be the land, the horizon and stuff. So anyway, I thought I finished it, but this whole area where I made up like water, it looked like brains. It looked really gross. So I painted over it, and now I want to go back in and I want to add some more textures. Like I'll zoom in a second and you can see the pattern. It looks kind of nice up here, and it's interesting how it's like very different from down here, but I still think I could add a little bit more finesse. Like these are a little bit, it feels a little rough here, and I kind of think it might be neat to have some really dark here, like a bit more contrast. I'm not sure. And these hills are kind of weird. Like I don't even know what the hell they are. They're kind of stupid. So maybe I'll add some grass. I don't know. But definitely, I just feel like going in and doing some patterns. And I started adding some thickness. So let me zoom in. Hey, Cindy, how's it going? That's as far as I can zoom in. And I'll move the camera much closer. Here, actually, I'm going to bring the camera way over here without knocking over my coffee. All right, so I'm going to get right up close to this. You can see, oh, by the way, this is, it's already been framed. If you check it out, I don't know if I can get behind here. It's already on a floating frame because I thought my painting was done. See that? So I put some frog tape around the frame here. That's what that yellow stuff. It'll all just peel off when I'm finished. Like if you can see here, I can just peel it off. So this yellow is just to protect the frame that's already on here, and that's why I put like a paper towel up here, because my easel's full of wet paint. So I don't want to get any paint on the what the hell thingamajiggy, this silly, this lolly, the schnippity schnoppity. Okay. There's a couple of, yeah, see this little edge here? I want to go in here and turn it from like, if you look really close, here's what I'm talking about. If you look close, you can see the white. I'm going to put it like right next to it. Let me see, where's the camera? You can see like white edges coming through, because I was painting, oh, like here's a good example. I must be insane because this stuff bugs me. See that little white streak? That was actually the gessoed. This is on a board. I think this is a piece of masonite or something, or some sort of like, you know, piece of wood. I can't remember. That I gessoed, and I should have washed a color around it, like behind it, but I didn't. So I want to go in and blah, 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 blah. Okay. Oh, crap, I didn't wash my paintbrushes since yesterday. So I have to quickly wash this one brush because I like it. So give me a second while I wash this brush. A little bit of, what is this? Printer's Choice Original dishwash soap. Okay. Alright. Okay. because I really like this brush I was using yesterday because I want to do some fine stuff. So here's the brush. The brush I'm going to use. It's kind of pointy. Oh, thanks, Rhonda. To be honest, Rhonda, I feel like I'm doing less than half of what I could do. Because I do other work that, you know, I do a lot of consulting and I do teaching to pay the bills. So I can do this. You know, I'd love to be able to do this all the time. Anyhow, okay, so what I'm doing here, maybe I'll move the camera here just for a quick sec. Over here, because I need a minute. So this is this kind of ugly green, which I might be able to transform. And then there's this, what the hell is this? Kind of an ochre kind of color. And then this is a something yellow hue. It looks like I don't know what that looks. It doesn't really look like yellow. This looks like yellow. And I'm so stupid. I keep on saying that I'm going to go to the store because I need white. I'm almost out of white. Like this, I might be able to squeeze out a little bit of white. That's because I want to add some. Oh, this is my last bit of white here. So I have enough for this painting because I want to add some texture to this. Okay, and over here I got more paints, and like I got a lot of these are my lazy paints where I kind of got down about here, and I was like, I want a big fresh one. So I probably have lots of stuff I can use. I'm just looking for something green. Any green? Oh, okay, yeah. Here's something good. I don't know if you can see this. Come on. What kind of green? What the hell is that color? Oh, it's not green at all. It's probably like blue or something, which is fine because I could use the blue to make greens. Well, that's unsuccessful. I'm going to go back over here. To make a good green, I can't. It's white. Oh, maybe a tiny bit of white. I need a lighter blue like this one. Yeah. This lighter blue with yellow might get me what I want. Okay. Hey Cheryl, everyone say hi to my mom. My mom just joined. Hey Mom. Hey Mom, you know that painting I did of the garden called Sandy's Garden? I might do something drastic to it. I was kind of thinking it's just like a landscape. It's back here. I don't want to pull it out, but it's a big picture. I think I might want to do something crazy to it. So it's not just a picture of a landscape. Like it has like a weird figure in it, almost like a ghost, like haunted kind of ghost thing. I don't think my mom knows how to type into the text box. Someone's got to tell her. She's probably you're using the iPad, aren't you, Mom? Mom, did you know you can text? You can look to the right of the video. There should be a little area where people are chatting. Okay. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna go up here. Can you see this? It's kind of high. I like it higher. I'd rather paint higher than lower. So this is like 6, 7 feet up. It feels, I don't know. I don't like bending down. I'd rather go like this. You know, I can lower it a tiny bit. Okay, that feels good. I think what we'll do is I'll move this way off. I'll move it to the side. Maybe you'll be able to see it. What the hell's going on here? Okay. Let's make a green. Take some blue. It's kind of a bit more water. So my goal here is to add texture to this top area and cover up some of the white that's showing through. It just looks cheap. Okay, so far I'm not successful with this. What color is this? Ooh, that's a gross brown. What is this? It's a weird blue. Let's go into here. Actually, that blue mixed with this stuff. See, I need quite a lot. Damn it. I'm sure I have more greens somewhere, but see, the only part. See, I do like to work with paint straight out of the tube sometimes, partially because I know what I'm going to get. Right, it's more predictable for me. Especially when I'm doing paintings that aren't based on reality, right? Like, it's not like I'm trying to go for some accurate color. And one of the things I'm trying to do with, okay, I think maybe, I know what I'm gonna do. I think there might be too much of a contrast between this top pattern and the bottom. So I might bring some of these kind of brush strokes down to the water. Yeah, just see what happens. So this is a pretty neutral green. And I think just what's going to happen is the effect is it's going to like add texture where I want it. So I'm kind of like how I decide where things go is like I do it on the fly, so I don't even have time to think about it. I just let my unconscious direct me. But I do have I mean, for the most part, but the underlying decision is based on, like, I can just feel where it would be a nice place to put a color. So I look at surrounding colors, I look at the surrounding shapes, blue, blah, blah. And also I use it to, like here, for example, I'll just put those two little dots. I don't know if you can see it. There was a bigger chunk of green. I thought, hey, it might be just nice to put two not opposing colors, but like two stronger hues on top of it, like right here and here, because I just think it might be aesthetically pleasing. And it happened. The decisions happen like instantly. Like, I don't really think about it, and that's why that's one of my favorite things about painting, is I don't have to think about it too much. And the last part is I am looking for like gaps to fill. So I'm looking for things that I just don't like that splotch. So there's probably about 4 or 5 reasons why I do things. Like when I'm doing, if everyone wonders like what the hell, how do you decide where all these little dots go? Those are the main reasons. And I'm also looking for patterns and creating new patterns. Like if I notice it's all too dotty, I'll start like doing what I just did there, was I'll use a side of the brush to make a streak. And then for a very brief area, there's like a pattern of like a streak. You know, and you know, maybe I'll even do this. I'll just do a line. See that line right there? This is gonna break it up a little bit. It's kind of nice. Break up the pattern. Okay, now let's try a different hue. Let's go in with a more blue. Like, because if you notice, there's straight up purples in here, straight up blues. So let's just take this blue, which was a very rich blue, and we'll make a new color. We will make a new color. And when I apply it, I try to like, I'm changing the texture. So I'm more like, I'm not really, it's less painting and more, what is it? What's the opposite of scooping? Like I'm depositing. I'm depositing so there's thick chunks like right up there. Look at that big thing. It sticks out like about 1/4 inch. So which means I need a lot more paint. I need about 5 times the amount of paint. No, even way more than that actually. Maybe 10 times the amount of paint that's what's there, because before it was washed with water. All right, I've already used up that. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just take a big chunk of white and I'm gonna go right into this blue and see what happens. Look at that. So that's what the blue is actually like. It's weird. Wait, that's too minty. I don't like it. So options are, I'll just put it down a little bit. Let's just see what it looks like. Definitely feels minty. I don't know what that minty is. Ah, shit. I'm just gonna move the tripod a bit. Need some coffee. Okay. What do I do? Okay, maybe I'll just take this, the rest of this yellow, and it's kind of dry, so let's put a drop of water, and let's see what happens to this. I'm gonna smash it up a bit. Oh, I just slap there. Or let's just deposit some of that, whatever that is. Well, I'm just gonna reply to this text. Oh, damn it. Second. Cool. All right. One more second. Okay. Oh, let's get up here. Okay, let's try this blue. I just want variations of color. All right, it's kind of a neat blue. I don't know if anyone would even notice or care what I'm doing, like with these little things, but it's something in my gut tells me I need to do it. It's like I can't let it go until it feels like it's my art. That sounds so pretentious, so I'm not going to talk anymore about that. think, yeah, I think adding some different shapes might be in order. Like maybe adding some bigger kind of brush strokes that are a bit more less perfect and controlled. So I'm actually going to try just smashing it a bit, making it less meticulous and more kind of, what is the word? I don't know. Just the marks have to be good. Okay. You know what's really not been good for my mental health these days is watching art on social media, or just social media in general. Like I just watched this one this morning where, you know, like there's these videos that get like 18 million views, and it's someone like using some string to like pull across and make a flower, you know, and oh, just what the hell? Oh, that's so depressing. You know, it's depressing. Like I feel like, what the hell am I doing wrong? uh, like, what do I need to do? Do I need to do something drastic or like shocking, like chop off a finger while I'm painting, and then all of a sudden, you know, people might notice? I'm joking. I would never do that. I like all my fingers, thanks. But it just seems like that's kind of like what the world is like. And I was looking at, I don't want to say, because actually she's quite talented. Someone liked one of my paintings on Instagram, and then I looked at her art, and she's actually very talented. But there's something I've always like, and I looked at her earlier work when she was at art school, and she was doing stuff that I knew exactly was like the opposite, 100% opposite of what I kind of like feel is good art, where she basically had, you know, sexualized pictures of herself or someone who looked like her, like, you know, very sexual, and then juxtaposed with like pieces of meat, you know, like, you know, bloody meat. And there's one part where she did performance art where she had someone pour buckets of blood on top of her and drag her across. And, you know, and it's just like, that's like 100% the opposite of how I feel. Like, it's too easy. Like, that's the easy way out. That's like, you're just doing something because you're just crying for attention, you know? And like, where's your soul in all of that? And it's like, I get it. You're exploring things, right? Like and the other part of me is like, you know what? You know, good for her for trying things out. But in my mind, like, I decided a long time ago, like when I was at art school, that I wasn't going to do that stuff, because it was just like, to me, it represented the opposite of talent, the opposite of depth. You know, it was just like, for me, you know, I'm a super snob when it comes to art. Like, I think most performance art is just laughably stupid and attention seeking, and, you know, and I'm just, you know, I don't buy into it. I don't buy into it at all. There's so much that's just, you know, I don't know. I'm not like, you know, fuck it. That's just the way I am. Um, it was sad because some of her, she was very technically, like some of the recent paintings she was doing was really good stuff. And this is a frustrating thing for me, is that there's, you know, sometimes it's a little depressing. Like gimmicks are working. There's one guy who's doing something neat, and I know 100% exactly how he does it. He does it technically well. What he does is he has a photograph of someone's face, and then he uses bubble wrap, and he photographs it probably with the bubble wrap on top, and then he paints it. So it's all these pockets of bubble wrap, which he paints. Like, he draws it first and paints it, so it has a cool effect where you're looking through bubble wrap. And, you know, he's got like thousands, like tens of thousands of people who are loving it, and it's like, you know, and the guy's a good artist. But what bugs me is it just feels always so gimmicky. It's like, it's so hard to feel like I want to do something honest and genuine, and I feel like, wow, if I have to get noticed, I got to do something gimmicky, and it's my, it hurts my heart to think to do that. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. And I know I could do stuff that could start selling and making money, but something is, I don't know. I guess I kind of feel like, who knows how long we have, right? Who knows how long we're gonna be alive for? So I feel like I need to do something that's honest to me. And, while I'm still alive. And I just have faith in myself. That's what it is. I think I just have faith in myself that I'm just going to keep on doing what I'm doing. And try to avoid gimmicks and trends. Like there's one kid, well, he's probably a kid, he's in his mid-20s, who did a time-lapse video animation of him as he's painting all these paintings, and it was very entertaining. Like, his name is Thaddeus or something like this, and he would, like, in the time-lapse motion, he would photograph himself like going like this and grabbing something from the painting and throwing it over there, and so he works in a kind of like fantasy, kind of semi-realistic style. And it got millions and millions of views, and that just sort of launched him. And what he was able to do is, he's able to now make a living where people are buying his paintings like soon as he makes them, because he has like 100,000 people that are following him or whatever. And he did something very entertaining. And good for him, because now I think he has like a little commune now where he supports his family, and like he seems like a very nice guy. Like good for him for doing that. Yeah. Okay. Performance art. Okay. Or like this video is people pouring paint on a canvas. I know, sensationalism, performance art, and then someone pops the bottles out. Actually, no. I would recommend. His name is like Dr. Not Mentos, or Dr. Minios or something. I think he's Mexican. I could find out. Here, I'll show you. Let me just go to my Instagram, of which I must suck at Instagram. Or you notice maybe I don't. I'm not like a hot 25-year-old with my shirt off. I think that helps when you're on Instagram. Okay. Look at this. That's a pretty hilarious painting. It's this giant dog chasing down this poor little guy. That's kind of fun. Okay, so the guy I'm talking about, I only follow about 30 people on Instagram, only because it's just too much to, like, it's too much shit coming down. So here it is. His name is Darian Medeiros. Medeiros. 118,000 people. Okay, so it's kind of neat. So let me just see. I'll do one of the close-ups. You have to look at yourself because it's getting a little bit blurred out. Can you see that? And so what's nice about it is it's technically very nice. Like, I really like it, and it's original, right? It's original. It's technically very proficient, so that's all painted on, right? And so that's kind of why I follow him, because it's kind of cool what he's doing, and he's done quite a few of them. I'm not a huge fan of photorealistic stuff, so he's very proficient. That's a painting. That's a nice size painting. Like, if you look over here, that's him painting it. So it's not like the guy doesn't lack talent, for sure. But sometimes, like, when I look at this, I feel like for example, he's done some very realistic stuff. That's great. It's beautiful. Look at this. I love it. Like, that's a actually, if you look at the texture and quality of the paint, he's done a fantastic job. It's very subtle. I love all those little marks, and I kind of feel like I need to do some. Like I did stuff like that when I was very young. When I was probably like 17, I was into that kind of a style, and I feel like maybe I should be doing that just to get like people to notice, you know. But something always brings me back to I'm just gonna be me and just do whatever. I know that's kind of been bothering me, is that there's something like, I don't know. And it's very possible just maybe the stuff I do only appeals to a very small group of people, you know? And it's possible maybe my stuff is crap, like in other people's point of view. You know, maybe it's exactly the kind of thing people, you know, I think that's very true actually, is that because it's so subjective, it's very possible that the things I'm doing are too fluffy, meaning there's nothing controversial about this stuff. There's nothing at all. In fact, it's very true. There's nothing controversial about a lot of things I do. But you know what's? Here's the thing. I do this on purpose because I find it's harder to do something for me that's pretty and also unique than it is to do something that's shocking. Like I've done lots of stuff. I could go back, you know, when I was in my 20s. I have like, you know, something about like this guy with his arms ripped off and blood's pouring. I did this I did Michelangelo. You know Michelangelo's David? I did a painting of him, made him black, like a black guy, and he's shot in the stomach, and there's blood coming out, and it's Michelangelo's David. You know, like and the only thing is I never showed anybody. You know, when I did all of those paintings I've done that are like that, I've never shown anybody. I've put them up on my website, but I've never highlighted them. So you would literally have to go through hundreds and hundreds of pictures before you'd find it, unless I pointed out where that, you know, those ones are. And so no one in the world knows that I've done tons of things that aren't just these little, like, you know, pretty trees and stuff. I've gone through phases where it was all about like very, very urban hip hop kind of culture. Like when I was 25, I was very much into that, and mostly through, you know, my friends and who was hanging out and where I was living. And you know, one of my best friends was a hip hop producer, so, you know, vicariously, you know, and also love the music, you know, but I did it quietly because I knew like I was a preppy looking white guy and I wasn't allowed to show my, I don't know, I always felt like I wasn't allowed to talk about it or say anything about it, so I just quietly did my art to myself and just, you know. I have to do something very, very quickly. Okay, almost done. I just have to send a picture. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Do what you feel. Someone pops the bubbles. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, okay. Maybe I think it needs to have like I want to have more sparkling coming out. So what I'm gonna do? Okay. First, I'll just use this little bit of this lighter color. Little tiny like bits of magic. You know what it is? I want to recreate the feelings I got when I looked at some of Chagall's stained glass windows, Monet's water lilies. And Van Gogh. Van Gogh is definitely just my favorite. Just like, yeah, probably my all-time favorite is definitely Van Gogh, and it sucks because it's so trendy, right? Like, how can you not like Van Gogh stuff? I think there was just something magical. It's like the first time you listen to a song that becomes your favorite, you know. And I guess that's part of what I'd like to capture. But I'd like to, like, for example, I love like Northern Ontario. It's one of my favorite places to be. I was just talking yesterday with a friend. He has a map on his wall, and he puts pins in all the countries he went to. So I made a list of all the countries I've been to, and it's not like a huge amount, but I've had opportunities to go around the world and see beautiful things. And I gotta say, like Ontario, Algonquin Park up there, it's just that's some beautiful stuff. Okay, so you'll see that's what I'm looking for is these little lighter colors. I'm gonna go in and add these little sparks. If I could do that, I'd be pretty satisfied. I have so many ideas that I'd like to do. I just want someone else to take care of the whole selling process, the whole marketing selling, because I am abysmal at it. I can't do it. It stresses me out just to even think about it. For example, I've been meaning to set up e-commerce on my website forever, and I have everything to do it. I just haven't turned it on. Basically, turned it on. I just have to do it. Also, what was the other thing I have? Yeah, like I'm way behind on updating my website. I've got like I know what I need to do, but I can't explain it. Like what is I guess as I grew up around very A-type personalities, so very strong extroverts, and people who are shameless self-promoters. Like, and I have shame. I find like it makes me feel so uncomfortable. Like there's this Toronto artist who like positions himself as this like I'm world class, works with top brands like whoever the fuck it is, and like me, I would be like, God, I don't even want to talk about it. Like, bleh. I can't do it. I'm a failure from that point of view. I can't do this self-promotion, even though like I've been a businessman for years, so it's like I can disassociate myself. But this is like my most personal stuff, right? This is like, now I'm coming down to the core of it. Like things I've known I was meant to do this since I was like 6. I had premonitions of what I would look like, and that here's no joke. Seriously, I actually had a future kind of viewing of my body, meaning that I saw myself as a middle-aged man that was overweight, very big, broad shoulders, and this is what I turned into. And maybe there's like that's like a very personal thing that I've always sometimes it feels like it was like looking into the future. I saw the future, or it could be just a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? But one thing I knew is that I was going to do this. Once I was able to break free. And honestly, this is kind of why this brain tumor thing is, I think, what I needed to push me to do this. Because I could have kept on going and, you know, I'm perfectly happy to keep on doing the other stuff I was doing. But I needed this wake-up call to wake me up. It's cool when you see the change to Canadian Shield and Big Rocks. When you see the change, I don't know what you mean by change. Maybe you mean like in I'm gonna guess what you're talking about, Cheryl, is when you go to different parts of the Canadian Shield. Maybe. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm gonna bring in these small brush strokes down here, because look how different that is. Here, what I'll do is I'll move the camera so you can see. Okay, so what I've done is I've gone through and added much more texture. And I love that. That's beautiful. That's beautiful right there. Fuck it. That's beautiful. I love it. Love it. That's nice. That's beautiful. Holy shit. I like it. Then I come down here to the water. Okay, this thing, it just looks goofy, doesn't it? It looks like this rock. You're stupid. Anyhow, when I come down here, it's a totally different effect. It says horizontal, it's messier, right? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try, to make it more, okay, homogeneous is actually a negative thing, not homogeneous, but more unified. I'm going to unify the style a bit so it's less. There's something that bugs me about the contrast. Some people might like it, but fuck it, that's too bad. You make your own damn painting if you don't like it. Okay. Okay, let's go over here. Alright, so I'm going to take some of this paint I have right here, and I'm just going to add some, like, I want to go back and repaint a whole bunch of paintings. I might actually do that. Okay, so let's just add some lightness up here. Let's actually really make it white. So it's like as if the sky is reflecting. I mean, there's like some sort of brightness coming down. Okay. And then let's do that. Maybe over here too. Bring some brightness. That's not bright. Come on, man, give me some brightness. That's not that bright. What about some green in the sky even? Why the hell not? Okay. Actually, that kind of looks shit. Oh well, I'll fix it up. I got time. I'll just take some pure white, cover up that little bit I did, but I'm going to add some texture to the sky as I do it. Yes. Yes, that's better. Look at these big chunks. There we go. That's what was missing. These thick chunks. Oh, you son of a bitch. Yellow. Okay. Is there any white left? Oh, hello, white. It's like white is has become my little source of happiness. Okay, well. Okay. So I got some pure white here. So here is where I'm bringing a bit of the water streaks, like, you know, those brush marks were, oh, you son of a bitch, I don't want that yellow. These are like some of the brush marks that were down in the water. Oh, why is it? Okay, now you're fucking pissed me off. I didn't ask for that. I'm being lazy because I tried to use the same brush, so my fault. Okay, so I'm gonna come over here. And I'm going to grab this white with a new brush. And it's not working because this brush is actually hard. And it's just picking up that yellow. Well, actually, it allows me to do some line painting, which is kind of neat. I want to thin out these lines a bit. There we go. I didn't like how thick they were. That's better. Come over here. Didn't like those white. I didn't like these heavy lines. So I'm going to come and thin them out. Okay. Yeah, who knows? Who then knows if that's better? But I like it. I want to do that. Okay, now maybe I'm not quite sure. Here, I have to adjust the height now because I feel like doing the water more than the brown. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna raise this up to height. Okay, there's it. That's nice. Now, this whole thing, I'm not quite sure what to do. Let me zoom out a bit. Bulk. Come on. Computer. Hello, computer. It doesn't want to. My computer doesn't. Oh, I was pressing the wrong button. That's probably why. Okay. All right. All right. I think I'm gonna drink a coffee. I think I'm gonna try to bring some of those brush strokes down to here. Okay, so I'm gonna make it zoom it out a bit more because I want to look at the whole picture. I mean, I'm using the my screen so I can see the whole picture a bit better. So I don't have to stand back. All right. I just had some kind of just now I get these hot, like these flushes. Like, I don't know if you can tell, there's like a little bit of sweat now happening here. I get these kind of like, how do I describe it? It's like I lose my breath. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm trying to make water. Okay, when you're further away, wait, should they get bigger and then smaller here? I forget how water should behave. I'm really, with this particular painting, I'm really trying to never look at a photograph. So it's literally just 100% from imagination. I kind of like that. Maybe what I'll do is I'll do little sparks, like little, yeah. So this is how I'm going to bring some of the top stuff down, is I'm just going to bring these little kind of sparks. Because when light hits water, sometimes it does that nice little shimmering, like, I feel like doing some pure white. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. This is kind of what I was looking for before. Huh. Yeah, I would love to just be able to do this for hours and hours and hours. And honestly, I really like to. I've been really feeling like painting without the camera because I find that I'm getting tired. Like I've been losing steam. Like I honestly could paint for 8 hours straight, like without a break. I could do that, and that's normally how I do it. But there's something with having the camera and talking that's really exhausting for me. I think the talking really just taps me out. So, um, someone mentioned just even in the text that you're so productive, and I'm thinking, holy fuck, I'm not productive, man. This is just like a scratch on the surface of what I know I could do, but I feel like it's just I get exhausted. Like it's almost like routine now. After 1 hour, I'm done. Like I feel like I just ran a marathon, and very often I have to take a nap, like some old geezer. I wish I had a hammock. That would totally be perfect. Okay, what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to like flatten out. Like I had too much movement, like going like this, so I'm going over, and I'm also putting like light colors over marks that I was never really happy about before. Like over here. So probably the last thing of the painting I need to address is this brown lumpy shit, whatever the hell it is. Like it is kind of stupid looking. It's just I was just making some shapes. And I got to be cognizant of the fact that if I change that, I got to change this because that's all the same color. Oh, Kimberly's there. Peace sign in the water. Oh yeah, I see it. That was not intentional. And Kimberly, I think yesterday you said something about a crow. Putting a crow in. And you know what's funny? So like I'm like as soon as someone says you should do this, I'm like I'm such an idiot. The first thing I think is, fuck you, I'm not gonna do that. And I didn't want to be rude because I'm not quite sure if people know my sense of humor yet. Like I don't like I just like I make myself laugh when I think things like that. Like I just sort of like fuck off. I'm not putting a crow in there. Shove your crow up your house. It reminds me of my grandfather. Shut the hell up. What are you? Actually, he was never rude. He was never crass at all. My grandfather was a classy guy, but he was deaf. He lost his hearing when he was about in his early 20s, but he could read lips perfectly, and he had that deaf guy voice. Sort of kind of talking back in his throat because you can't hear what he's saying. Right? So talk like this, and always joking, always goofing around. You know what you could do with that crow? You could. And then my uncle, his son, was definitely more, my Uncle John, who passed away not just last year. That was terrible. And he was, I think of him making fun of his dad in that voice, but my Uncle John was definitely more of a straight up kidder. He'd be like, "Oh, you could, show up your ass." He would sort of say it kind of quiet. "Oh, you could do." He was making fun of his dad, my grandfather. So I was like, okay, I gotta get rid of the peace sign now. As soon as you said there's a peace sign, okay, so I just changed my profile picture on the website, the Facebook page, and someone pointed out, "Oh, I really love the heart you did. There's like a red heart." I totally did not do that on purpose. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, "Oh shit, I don't want a heart. That's like so cheesy." Like a love heart. There's totally this pretty obvious love heart, red love heart, and it's that purple purpley background. Okay, all right, so does that look like a reflection or does that look like crap? Let's look back. I don't know. Let's take a look. Maybe I need... What should I do about this brown hill thing? To be honest, I don't feel like changing that much. Damn it. So what I'm trying to do is just bringing the above down below a little bit by adding a bit more of these little staccato little brush strokes. At the same time, I'm correcting stuff that I didn't like. I'm painting over areas. It's like, see this one stroke here? That shouldn't be there. So I'll bring some horizontal lines just to cover it up. And same with this thing here. Sometimes you just bring in a big chunk of paint. Yeah, like this. And it's supposed to be reflecting that up there. So I should probably bring in some blue. Wait a second. Why is there so much green here? Well, that's supposed to be that mountain there. It's not a mountain. Okay. Okay. Now it comes down to it. What to do about this weird lumpy green brown rocks? Like, they don't even look like rocks. Should I put like grass? You know, like kind of this kind of thing? And then have the grass reflected. Oops. You know, I don't know. This is kind of the wrong color. It probably should be darker. It's kind of an ugly green. That's brown. No, that doesn't. Still see the peace sign. God damn, and a bench. Yeah, oh, there's a bench. Look, you know, now I'm gonna have to paint a bench now, just because you made a joke about it. I'd have to put a stupid bench in there. Goddamn benches everywhere. All people want are benches, benches, benches. Jesus Christ, what's wrong with that? What about a hammock? Hammocks are... Actually, I like benches. Who am I kidding? There's a bench down at not Cherry Beach. I take my dog for a walk occasionally in the beaches in Toronto. I can't call it the beach. There's a place like down by the waterfront in Toronto. There's a section not too far from where I live, and for all my life it was called the beaches. And then someone decided, who knows how or why, that it should be called the beach. I can't do it. The beaches. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to do a peace sign. That's not cool. Peace signs aren't cool at all. All right, maybe I'll do some more of that grass stuff, but I need to make it a different color. So I'm gonna take some of this blue and this yellow. I'm not sure. See these flying little bits of grass coming off around the edge of this fake rock thing. And then I should probably put some of it being reflected in the water. All right. Okay, I'm kind of committing myself to doing this, so I'm just going to do it. I think what I need to do is do layers. I need to do some darker stuff. Don't ask me what kind of vegetation this is. I don't know. I'm just making it up as I do it. Here, let me show you. Here's what I'm doing right now. Let me get in close. If I can zoom in more. Boom, 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 boom. Here's what I'm doing right now. I'm just adding these fake little sprouts of I don't know what the hell this is. Yeah, I might paint over it, who knows. And then I'll add a little bit of fake reflections. So it looks okay. Oop, whatever. Now you got a big glare, a big shadow, don't you? If I'm gonna paint over here, where's the shadow coming? Wait, there. Oh, I see. Okay, so I'm gonna stand in the way. This is the quality of the show you got here. I'm standing at a totally weird angle to the painting, way over here, just to block the light, and that way you can see it a little bit better. Look at these tiny weird little. Here, let's put blue. I said, let's put blue. It doesn't even look like blue. Still picking up all that green. Put a little bit of reflection, which is coming out blue. What about, yeah, it's just, what about coming behind here? And this stupid, look at this dumb bush. This is the dumbest bush that was ever created. Let's fix this dumb bush. I don't know how I'm gonna fix it. But, oh, maybe I'll do some more of this, yeah, like as if it's made of that same thing as a tree. I just don't like those big, goofy brush strokes. So I'm going to thin out these lines too. Just by adding random bloops and blips and stuff. Oh, I like this brush. This is a good brush. It's allowing me to do a lot more tiny little brush strokes. I don't know why it feels good, it just does. I'm going to try breaking up some of these that outline. I think that was kind of what was bugging me before, was this outline was just too strong. It was wrong. The outline was wrong. I think that's probably what's bugging me. Yeah, is that these outlines are too thick. So wait, would you actually have this kind of brightness right here? Oh my god, I love this. I love this. My dog she's was just wagging her tail while she's sleeping. Oh, I missed it. Oh, this is a good moment because I could hear the raindrops coming on the roof. It's a nice feeling. I like, you know, hearing just the rain and the ringing in my brain is not so bad. It's very tolerable. Very tolerable. Keep on singing and doing stuff so that it doesn't come back. I wonder if that's too bright. Yeah, it's kind of weird that that's so bright right there. So maybe I'm going to come back and I might just... What is that stupid brightness? It's too bright. Maybe I'll just... Yeah, maybe I'll just add like as if there's vegetation climbing up these rocks. Maybe that's what I need to do to hide these. Yeah, that's the problem. I see. Okay, now I'm happy. I'm getting happier with every second. The problem was some of these... Yeah, this is good. This is good. What was I thinking? This is much better. I have these like little kind of green growing things. Like moss or something. And let's kill some of these too thick lines. That's right, they're just too thick. They're Van Gogh wannabe lines. Okay. Van Gogh wannabe lines. I need some dark blue, and I can't. It's just not mixing out fast enough. Yes. I don't like that minty blue. I need some blue. Blue, 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 blue. Not you. Hello. You. You are the blue I need. Yes. Watch this blue. Bam. That's what I'm looking for. That's the color we need today. And I'm just going to cover up some of these. This light was just too light. In fact, I wonder if I can... What if I brought in real dark blue? And that would just more add a texture to it. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this darker blue with these fine lines, and then I'm going to come back with lighter on top of it. That's typically a smart way to do layering. This is to start with dark, and then come back with lighter. Like for example, this whole bush. I don't know why it's. That's a very Van Gogh thing to do. I'm doing right here. It's like I'm shamelessly putting dark lines, dark streaks. And it has a very, very Van Gogh vibe to it, doesn't it? So I'll just add some more. God, I wish I invented Van Gogh stuff. I wish I was the one, because I just love doing it. I love doing the Van Gogh. Van Gogh lines. It's just beautiful. It's so pleasing. Okay, so I'm just trying to like... Oops. I'm up here. So, you know, I guess what I like is I'd like to mix Van Gogh with Monet, with some abstract painters I like what's that dude? Iskowitz. It's kind of a funny story with this dude. He pulled off kind of a scam. I know it was a scam. He got some funding to fly in a helicopter over Alberta, and then he totally came up with this neat style of doing abstract painting. And he says, it's not abstract, it's realistic. These are the herds of the caribou running across the fields. I'm like, dude, I don't care. You're full of shit. I think it was funny. He's dead now. Now, come on, man. You got a grant to fly a helicopter from the Canadian government, and it's totally abstract. Like, who are you kidding? How can you believe it? But anyway, I just really like his... So when I was young, let's say, I got into his stuff because I was like... I always had trouble with abstract art. You know, there is something. Okay, so here's the thing with some abstract art. Like if you look at a Rothko, it is 1,000 times overblown for how much it's like. I think it's quote unquote valuable, whatever. But what I like about it is there is something to be said about colors and perception and how it affects us. Because when you you walk into a room that's all red, it's going to affect you emotionally. And I think that's where the power, quote unquote, of some abstract paintings come from, in that they do tap into some psychological commonalities that we have, that we've evolved, like, you know. So from that perspective, okay, I get it. Like, you know, having the Rothko where it's just, you know, two bands of colors. You know, when people talk about it, it's embarrassing. Like my brain hurts when they talk about them, you know, how it's a genius, and it's not genius. It's not genius at all. I mean, I really appreciate it because when you look in front of one of those paintings, you know, you do feel a bit of a sense of awe. You do feel kind of like, whoa, something is here. Something is happening. I don't quite understand it. You walk into a big like art gallery, like a museum, and you have this painting that's just huge, and it's like red with purple streaks. And part of it is that you've been bombarded. Your brain has been bombarded, brainwashed to say that this is important. Because when something is in a gallery, you know, and it's human nature to give up your sense of judgment, you know, to quote unquote experts. So you allow yourself to have an experience that someone else tells you should have. That's what I think a lot of abstract art is about. That we don't know. No one really knows its value. I mean, its value is only what someone is willing to pay for it, right? That's reality. But a lot of people who have more money and less style, you know, rely on quote unquote experts to tell them what has value. And I'm just talking like this is just more just straight up. This is not complaining about anything. This is just, I think, observing how we are with art. And for sure, I have been brainwashed to some degree about, for example, Van Gogh. Ever since I was a kid, I think, maybe through my parents. Like I have a drawing I did when I was about 8, where I wanted to do a drawing of Van Gogh. So I recreated a drawing of him. And I said the portrait of the artist is Van Gogh, not even understanding that you're supposed to say the portrait of the artist is like your own name. So I didn't even know what the hell I was talking about, but I still felt like it was important. So all these stereotypes apply to me too. I'm very aware of it. And this is the main reason why I for 20, 30 years, 40 years, whatever, I haven't really talked about any of these things, because I know I'm just as guilty and hypocritical, and I really don't want to be a hypocrite. But I guess, you know what it is? I think I'm reaching a point in my age now where to hell with it all. To hell with worrying, because I'm a worrywart. I worry about upsetting people and offending people, and the hardest thing for me is that my intentions are pretty much always very good, but it's almost like truth hurts, you know. So that's why I have a tendency not to talk about things, because I don't want to hurt someone, even though I believe it's true. How's that for a whole bunch of rambling? Okay. That sucks right there, because I put too much on. So let's go in with some browns. Let's go in with this. I also have to step back and look at this. I don't know. Okay, browns and maybe some reds. The red is to make the brown. I have a dark red brown, which I'm feeling is going to be. It needs to be warmer, so I'm trying to get some red paint out. Okay. So this brown actually is not so bad. I think maybe what I'll do is I'll bring it down here, dark brown, to the edges. Oh, can you actually even see this? So I don't like what I did here, so I'm just going to bring a line across, cover some of it up a bit. I'll bring some brown all around. There's something where I felt like it needed more darkness down here. Excuse my snorting. Need more of that brown. Brown. Where did you go? I feel like I've passed an hour because I feel like about 15 or 20 minutes ago, I kind of felt like, whoa, I should take a break. So I'm just gonna see if I can continue this a bit longer. For sure, it's the talking that's making me tired. For sure. I'm making myself sick of my own talking. I think that's half the problem. Okay, what do we got here? Does that feel better? How does that feel? Does that feel better? Yeah, I like this brown. This brown is helping me a bit. So some of the smart decisions I've just done is trying to reduce the thickness of some of these lines here. So I'm going to go and I'll make a light brown. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to reduce, oops, that's too dark. It's almost like a purple. Why the fuck was I thinking, like, what is it? I've never seen a purple rock before. You? Okay, so let's just go in. That's kind of a dumb color. Okay, I'm gonna have to layer this a bit. So I'm just gonna break up some of these outlines. So I need the lightness now. Let's get some yellow and mix it with the brown and some white. And let's go in here and just punch out, blast out some of these thick lines. Wait, I need maybe this color. Yeah, there we go. So let's go up and blast out some of those thick lines. I can do that over here too. So here's where I'll blast them out. Oh Christ, I didn't even, sorry. I've been working on all this stuff up here and I didn't move the camera. So what I'm trying to do, like I said, is I'm trying to thin out the lines, thin out the lines, thin out the lines. So I'm gonna have to thin out these ones too. Oh, should I put a birch bark? No, I'm gonna leave it abstract. Don't fuck it up, Josh. The ringing's back. It's pretty damn loud. Oh, I don't need you. You can go, please. Oh, stop. Please stop. I'll give you $1,000. If you could just stop. Okay, let's gonna go. Let's just probably ignore it. It's not there. Let's go in. Let's go up here. And what would happen if I drew a line with this thinner brush? Can I put my hand? Ah, you son of a, too much water. Too much water. Okay, where's that green? I need a bit more greeny. Just to thin out. I don't know if this is going to work to my satisfaction. Yeah, it's not bad. Oops, hit the pan. And then this tree could use a little bit of love. Although I don't want to do this because I don't like doing too fine work. Mostly because it's such a pain in the ass to do these refined things. Maybe, you notice, I think it's because my hand, it's hard to keep a straight line. Like I need to have more stability. I need to have a, see, fucking son of a bitch. Son of a bitch, fuck balls. See, that's why I don't like doing it. Because my hand wavers and I need to have it resting on something to keep the line. Now I gotta go and fix the thing and piss me off and blah, 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 blah. This is kind of a stupid looking tree, isn't it? It's like, I'm probably gonna get booted for swearing. Can I take some of that paint right there? Let's thin it out. Damn it. See, now I gotta go back and paint with white. Sucks. Listen to me. It's so crazy. Nuts. Nutty. Okay. Alright, so what do I need to do? What was I just doing? I forget what I was just doing. Alright. Tree, yeah, I'm definitely going to come up and fix the tree in a minute. First I'm going to go and I'm going to add back in some lines actually. I'm going to go in, let's see if I can do this real quick without screwing it up. Maybe I'll make it with red. Really quickly. Sometimes there should be some lines. I never liked this purple. I didn't like this purple right here. So let's just streakify it a bit. Okay. Okay. Oh, I don't like that. Okay. All right. Let's now do the thing I don't want to do, which is I gotta go clean up this tree, and then maybe I'll stop. Maybe that'll be the last thing I do with this painting. For this to work, I need to actually create a brush. I'm gonna go and wash the brush. Now I'm looking at the painting from a distance. looking at the painting from a distance, I kind of like it. It's different, isn't it? It's definitely different. It was one of the. I liked how I started it. I somewhere I have a video somewhere because I think I started doing this painting before I think I started doing the live streaming stuff, but I was still filming. I can't remember if I was doing stop motion, like sort of like, you know, time lapse films of some stuff. But when I'll have time, I'll have to go back through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos to find this one. Oh, you come on, you little son of a gun. And I believe you can see, I think I'm almost positive I have a video of me when I started it. I started just by doing some squiggly lines. So the composition was created on the fly, and I like it. Oh, you son of a gun, I hate you thin fucking lines. Oh. Like, isn't that weird? Like, that's actually stresses me out. Doing these things stresses me out. Mostly because I know my body like, I need to have something to stabilize for this to work better. Kind of a weird looking tree. I started doing trees because they're symbolic, man. They're symbolic of your subconscious. You know? All right, well, don't fuck it up. Yikes. Oh, see, my hand is just, it's almost like I've got the jitters. But I have to do it. Come on, you could do it. Oh, you son of fuck. Bro. This is like causing me anguish. Oh, I don't like you. Damn it. Let's tighten up. Oh, you, come on. I'm gonna hold my breath. Oh, come on, you. Well, I know it's not that good. And I know the only way to fix it is to add another. Okay, this is what I'm terrible at. Oh, I really don't want to do this. Because it means I got to go back and forth until I get it, until it's just right. Oops, fuck. Someone should, there should be like a swearing count. Okay, you know what? That looks stupid. Okay, I'm gonna stop. See, right there. I don't like that. Like this branch, it looks like a tentacle. It doesn't even look like a branch. See, this is why I should stop. Stop, Josh. You're fucking it up. Oh, I fucked it up. Oh. God damn son of a freaking. Damn it, son of a. Oh, I can't. I hate you. Just. Alright, fuck it. No, doesn't that look stupid? That looks so stupid. Ooh. I should definitely erase this video because I'm complaining about drawing straight lines. Okay. Well, that's kind of nice. Make it taper out to thin, something thin. That looks a little bit better. Maybe that's what was bothering me. Was it just the more hopeful, I think, when they taper off to like thin. Changes the vibe quite a bit. Yeah. Going off. Come on, can you do it? Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard to hold on to. Okay, yeah. And then I'll bring some of these light. I'll bring some of these. Okay. I'll bring some of these things in here. This is called sounding insane. But I have to do it. I gotta do it. Okay. So these are sort of like these branches coming through a little bit. Sound effects help me. Okay, it's just, I gotta tell you, right now it's really fucking loud in my head. And it's beginning to scare me a bit. This is something that really is not fun. It's like so loud. It's like someone's screaming. Okay, I'm just gonna keep on going. Let's pretend it's not there. Oh, please stop. I would really appreciate it. Ooh. Okay, so those lines help a lot. Oh. Really? Really, brain? Really? Is this necessary? Oh, it fucking sucks. It's like not fun now. I was doing so good. This morning was great. I was like, why does it do this? Whew. Okay, I don't know if I can. Alright, I gotta stop. I'm gonna stop. Hit the video.